With the Switch coming to an end, I just want to say what a wild journey it's been through. There is so much to talk about the Switch, I can't fit it all into this one video. And with the Switch 2 on the horizon, or already out depending on when I get this video finished, I feel it's appropriate for me to talk about my Switch experience.
But before we continue on with the video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on awesome content.
It all began in my junior year of high school on October 20th, 2016, when I checked Twitter in between classes, and the first thing I saw was the Switch reveal. I was in awe when I saw how cool it looked compared to the Wii U. Fast forward to the Switch presentation in January of 2017, I was mind blown with the Switch's demonstration and how innovative it was compared to most other consoles, and that Skyrim was confirmed. When I pre-ordered the Switch a few days later, I wanted the one with the blue and red Joy-Cons, but the GameStop I went to wasn't taking any more reservations of those, but they did have the ones with the gray Joy-Cons. I remember wanting to take the risk and go to another GameStop, but the employees said, if I were you, I would pre-order it. You can get the blue and red Joy-Cons later. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. Having been through this before with trying to find a Galaxy new 3DS XL, I caved in and pre-ordered it. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money left over for a game, but Mom was kind enough to pre-order Breath of the Wild for me. I don't recall if the GameStop I got mine from did a midnight launch. If they did, my parents would probably not have allowed me to attend it, so I went to GameStop after school on launch day and picked up both my Switch and my copy of Breath of the Wild. I did a cringe-worthy unboxing video of my Switch on my old gaming channel, so if you want to watch that, here you go. Some of my favorite games for the system are Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Smash Ultimate, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and Metroid Dread. I also spent countless hours on Nintendo Switch Online's classic game catalog. I remember when the expansion pack was announced and thought how cool it was until I saw the price tag. At the time, I thought it was a ripoff, but a year later, they added more games and I decided to upgrade. Controversial take. Nintendo Switch Online is better than Virtual Console. Sure, we're missing a handful of games that haven't made it over yet, but that's beside the point. Just like with my 3DS, I would also sneak my Switch into school. In high school, I had a thing for cargo shorts and cargo pants since they had extra pockets aside from the front and back upper pockets, which made it easier for me to sneak in my Switch. I didn't do it often because it was during my junior and senior year of high school, and that's when you need to take your education seriously. Fast forward to my freshman year of college. My parents were hesitant about me bringing my Switch or any other video games to college because they feared I would slack off and play video games all day, but I convinced them that I was going to do well regardless and everything will be fine. And I was right. One day, I met Mr. Twister and a group of others who were playing Smash 4 because Smash Ultimate wasn't out for a few months. I decided to join them, and almost every Friday night, we would play Smash 4, and later Ultimate when it came out. I really enjoyed those gaming sessions because it would help me with any testing anxiety I had, and it helped me get out there and enjoy myself more. Smash was the only game we would play, maybe Mario Kart 8 Deluxe here and there. We still play Smash to this day, except we don't do it too often. Around summer of 2021, my original gray Joy-Cons got the infamous Joy-Con drift. Because of that, I had to switch, pun intended, to my yellow and green Joy-Cons that I got with my copy of Super Mario Party. Eventually, I did get the blue and red Joy-Cons, which I now use. Looks like that GameStop employee was right. I also have the Zelda Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, but I really don't want those to suffer the same fate as my gray Joy-Cons, so I use those sparingly. I do have a separate set of Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, but I'm not gonna use them. I know some of you are wondering, why are you not gonna use them? I'm going to keep them sealed and sell them when times get tough. Whenever I play my Switch now, I usually use my Pro Controller. It's been a habit I've had with playing my Switch since I moved up to New Jersey. It's just more convenient for me to just unplug it and plug it back in when I don't need it. In 2024, I've hardly played any new Switch games. I was more focused on my huge gaming backlog and other things. And with the fact that I now have a full-time job, most of my free time keeps getting eaten up. If I was just making content throughout all of my spare time, I wouldn't have much of a social life. That's not to say I don't care about YouTube, I just can't commit to everything all at once. For those of you who are wondering, I did pre-order the Switch 2. However, I do imagine there were a handful of people who couldn't pre-order one. I went to GameStop to pre-order mine, but it took me an hour to place my order down. The employees kept pushing for the protection plan, but customers were really agitated by that. Apparently, many other GameStops kept pushing for the protection plan, with some even requiring customers to pay for them. No offense to GameStop, but that's just low. There is so much to talk about the Switch, I can't fit it all into this one video. Now that's out of the way, time to go play my Switch 2!